Gentlemen, today we will be talking about free energy principle and services selection board. We must understand what is free energy principle. We all know, we all hate surprises. Similarly, life hates surprises. We are used to living in a particular way for which we have got some awareness. And the free energy principle was given by Carl Friston, who states every living thing everywhere minimizes free energy, which claims to explain the behavior of brain, mind, and life itself. Problems facing with the brain and the experimental scientists are almost the same because both depend upon the available data, and based upon available data, they draw conclusions. Similarly, our brain also draws conclusion based upon the whatever sensory data or the past experiences are available in our brain. And then we extrapolate and predict what is the next move, what this data implies. The neurosciences use this self-scan data, and we use sensory data for that purposes. Now the problem comes up, what is free energy principle? Every organism is trying to minimize how surprising, that is the experience that have not been encountered previously by the organism is being experienced by them. So the mathematically we can say the probability or probable and experience, less probable and experience, more surprising it is going to be. If we are probable, we expect something to happen, we are not going to be surprised. And free energy measures how improbable your experience would be if a certain unobserved situations were true. Now, minimizing free energy simply means choosing to believe in the unobserved situation that makes our observations least surprising. Normally, they give an example. Suppose you were playing football, two of you were playing football, and there is obscured by a line of tree. You don't expect anyone to be available behind the line of tree. But you expect that the ball is going to be bounced back, thrown back towards your side with someone available, so that is going to be surprising. So in order to reduce the surprise, you must make believe yourself there's nothing available, suspicious or something which is going to surprise us. So by minimizing our free energy, we can help guide our action. That is what is available. This principle simply tells you should do things that will change the world in a such a way that your experiences are less likely to be surprising. That is what is the whole aim. We eat food because you do not know what is going to be the effect of hunger. It may be very bad or very, very bad. We seek shelter at home because we may be surprised by hot or the cold weather or the hot weather. We want to protect ourselves. We do not anticipate what is going to be its effect. So that surprise part is available there. Now, the only thing comes up, can we afford to say get all available data about a particular, can we model any situation 100% correct? Impossible. So there is always going to be a trade-off between what is available, what you expect, and how much detail can we get. Now let's come back to using this particular, let's come back to our SSB. For SSB, candidate must undergo, I personally feel, must undergo a SSB capsule by professional, and he must practice to avoid surprises. Why? But when he is going to appear in SSB for about 4 to 5 days that is going to be available at SSB, he should exactly know what is expected out of him. Secondly, he must also know how is going to perform those particular tasks. Because performance becomes important until it's not performed, you cannot be judged, or you will not be in a position to bring out your 15 qualities. And since subject selection board is a check of personality, you will be surprised. Most of the candidates who come to SSB then don't even know what is the definition of personality. Personality is the way we feel, think, act, feel, and behave. Similarly, we must know what is the difference between character and personality. Character is something which is viewed by the society. Similarly, temperament, value, morality, ethics. Because if you have got all this, you don't have to bother about SSB. In order to reach maximum sensory data, which you must have at your disposal, you must say, let's say, PPDT. You must practice IQ tests from the available books so that you don't get surprised when you're writing examination. Why do we practice before any examination? Because we don't want to be surprised by the questions that were set by the examiner. Similarly, until and unless I prepare myself and I don't get any surprise in the examination, I'm very happy about it, and my performance could be much better. So we must practice writing story based on any imagined impulse along with a special test within allotted times. Must learn to accept your uniqueness of a story. What happens when a PPDT discussion is going on, you may be sitting in between, your story is totally different from others, and you have got a tendency to change your own story because you don't believe yourself. You feel that, no, I'm surprised, all others are writing a different story, I'm a different person, so I'm wrong. You may be right, you may be the only person who may be right. Why should we get surprised? You must have belief in yourself, that is self-efficacy, that you are right. Similarly, now you go for the psychological test. You must practice to write good story with fair complexity, flow, adequate details, and positive happy ending within a specified time, consistently with low fluctuation. And until you practice, you will find you're surprised that you are not able to write a story within a specified time. Or you may be writing, so in 4 minutes that is allotted to you for writing a story, you may be finishing off, say, in 3 minutes only, or maybe you take more time. As a result, now it has got no cascading effect on other stories that you have to write. You must anticipate what are the type of impulse that you can expect in SSB. It may be positive, it may be negative. You must concentrate on the impulse, that is the photograph that is being shown to you, or the words and SRT, so that the maximum sensory data is available to your brain to process it, so that the output that you get it is right. You have to remain open to day-to-day experience, because SRT is supposed to be day-to-day problems. Okay. Similarly, you go for GTO. In GTO, you have to enhance your skill of articulation knowledge to avoid surprising GTs and lecturate. If you don't, you will find a topic for which you get surprised. I'm not prepared. And as far as GTO task is concerned, progressive group task, half group task, command task, and final group task, there's nothing but the simple principle of lever. And lever is the simplest machine. And if I cannot afford to handle those simplest machines to bridge a gap of more than 4 feet, that is what is the total thing available. You must have adequate stamina so that you don't get surprised when you get tired when you are going for, say, command going for individual obstacles or group race. You must have the technique. You must renew. You must have stamina and the skill. If you don't know, if you are not, muscles are not prepared, you will not be able to handle those structures. Similarly, interview. You must form an identity by integrating your life experience. What is talking to you is your life experience since the childhood, probably from 10th or 7th, 8th onward till date. How do you interact with the world in and around? So you must form an identity by taking your life experience into internalized, evolving story of self that provides you with a sense of unity and purpose in life. You should be able to say, I have performed since my childhood or since your school days till now something which is unique, something very different, and I deserve to be passed. It means you must reconstruct your autobiographical past and imagine the future in such a way as to provide some person's life, to provide a person's life with some degree of unity, purpose, and meaning. And you must have amazing goals where you are going to go. It simply means you must reconstruct. We may have had a bad experience or not so good experience or very good experience as well. So based upon those experiences, you must reconstruct your past, perceive the present, and imagine for future. I always say, भूत को देखकर भविष्य को बनाने के लिए वर्तमान में कार्य करें. So if that is the case now, it simply means today we have got us, some people are talking about meaning in life. That this was the George Parks concept. They call meaning of life. It has got three parts, three components, three constructs. They call it comprehension, purpose, and mattering. What is it? What is meaning of life? One's life is experienced as making a sense, as being directed and motivated by valued goals. Man, it's a valued goals, and as mattering the world. Now, this mattering the world, it has got three components: comprehension, sense of purpose, and mattering itself. When in comprehension, that is also we call coherence, the degree to which people perceive a sense of coherence and understanding regarding their own lives. You must understand what you are, what you're going to be, how useful are going to be to society. Sense of purpose, predict meaning in life. The strongest and most reliable predictor, in this case, extent to which people experience life as being directed and motivated by value goals, what life goals. You have said, this is what I'm going to do for the society, for the people, for my country, for myself, for my family. What will be the case? Then mattering, existential mattering. What does it mean? Degree to which people feel their existence significant, important, and of value to the world. So what really overall means, we must sell our dreams. I always say, like Modi ji has been selling the dream to the nation past last 10 years. 2 general elections, he has walked hands down by selling his dream. That's all. So you must sell your dream and ensure others regard you as a person with clean personality, who has got a value, who will contribute towards the organization that you are trying to join. This is what exactly. So the simple thing is, you must have meaning in life, and you must use your free energy. Thank you. I hope you liked it.